here we are. Most of us are somewhere 80 or above. What do you do?
This has been a ritual for a number of years, this luncheon every Tuesday.
Nobody introduced me to it. We just all did it together. It just started. It wasn't even, there was nothing official about it, you know. You can call it a round table, just a bunch of guys telling war stories at lunchtime. And gradually, the same people showed up at the same table, and that's the way it started.
Did I tell you the prostate operation joke? Afterwards, the doctor comes to the patient, says, I got good news and bad news. What's the good news? We were able to save your testicles. Oh, and the bad news, they're under your pillow.
There's no business like show business like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything that traffic will allow. Nowhere could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow.
Old guy is driving on the freeway. And his cell phone rings, picks up, hello, it's his wife. She says, Max, you're on the freeway, right? He says, yeah. She says, be very careful because there's some idiot driving in the wrong direction. He says, not one guy, there were hundreds.
Well, for what I did very well. I mean, I was pretty, I could write comedy and I could write drama.
Well, old burlesque joke. All right. Man comes in, soup's on today. Yeah, what do you got? We got soup, chicken soup, and pea soup. I'll have chicken soup. Okay. On chicken soup. Wait a minute. Second thought. I'll have the pea soup. Okay. Hold the chicken and make it pea. All right.
There's no burlesque.
In both All in the Family and the Jefferson, problems were presented, but the problem had to be presented in as humorous a way as possible, so the laughs so it would not be a sermon. It would more be a very funny, very entertaining show with a message.
Yesterday they told you would not go far.
This is Sanford, Chico and the Man, All in the Family, Maud, Good Times. But there's Bewitched, there's Tom Ewell Show, then McHale's Navy, Robert Taylor, Harry Mason, The Thin Man, The Flying Nun, Mr. and Mrs. North, The House of Glass, The Goldbergs. But you know the advantage that we had when we started writing is that there were no mavens, there were no experts. Because we're all on the same boat. The industry was starting out, especially in television. So nobody could claim, listen, this is the way to do it. You know, we were all experts.
The cowboys, the wrestlers, the tumblers, the clowns.
Wrote for Get Smart, and hundreds of, over 150 episodes of various Maud.
The music, the spotlights, the people, the towns.
Great way to make a living. You knew what you're doing. You didn't have any exalted opinion of your importance that you were saving the world.
We've lost money investing in theater and lost money investing in film. Yeah.
Where could you get money that you don't give back?
In those days, people seemed to be much more available. And they also seemed to be much more, you could depend on their word. It seemed to me, as I look back, that, if a guy shook your hand and said, yeah, that's a deal, it was a deal. At least we thought they were anyway.
I would say like 95% of us came from the same poor Jewish background. All of them were very... were Jewish and poor, and joke makers. Remarkable joke makers. It's that's a very, very specialized talent.
The rabbi calls up Jack Goldstein and says, "Jack, I think it's time we had a lunch and discuss a few things." Now, okay? You all right?
No, go ahead. Continue.
No? Discuss a few things, about the temple. It's really important now. So they have lunch, and the rabbi says, "Jack, I've known your grandparents, especially your grandfather, who was a wonderful man, gave unstintingly to the temple, built the library." Are we okay so far? All right, you still don't get this yet? And your father also was part of your family's tradition. Your father gave a lot of money, his time and everything, built a playground here. And now, Jack, I come to you. Obviously, we would like you to continue the benevolence of your family. So Jack says, "Well, Rabbi, this is my son, my 18-year-old son. He wants to go to Harvard. It's going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to Harvard, and the board and everything. My grandparents, whom you just talked about, my grandfather, they both have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. That's going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, put them into homes, into a home, maybe get private help. And my wife came down with multiple sclerosis."
You changed that.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars to take care of her, and all the way. And Rabbi, if I could say no to them,